Hi everyone, this is Hedgehogs and Mia. Welcome to this video. I'm here with my Sega Press Europe Silky Sonic. Gonna call him Silky because he's kind of shiny. And this is a little plush that I got in a very special shop. Well, kind of a special shop because it had special items. And a few items that I actually got from that shop were this adorable Sonic plush. And also this figure, which was the very first item that I found there. And this little metal Sonic, so I was, very happy I could find some Sonic collectibles here in Belgium. But in this video, actually, I used this little guy as a host. Just to have something to look at. I would like to have a look at this figure. Now, this figure, in general, is very hard to find. I don't think any toy shop has it in stock, or like I told you, the shop where I got it was it's kind of, I'm gonna call it a Comic-Con shop, because that's actually what gives you the most accurate image of or impression about what it actually looks like. It's a shop where you could find all kinds of figurines, all kinds of toys that are kind of, Star Wars and Game of Thrones and Marvel-related stuff and stuff like this. Statues, collectibles, figures, pop figures, plush, all kinds you can find. Also, that shop was actually present at Comic-Con. But there they had this adorable Sonic Boom figure. And I just like the way they have been making Sonic. He doesn't look quite much like a hedgehog these days, but he's still very cute. And I would like to have a look at this figure and pack it out, make a little review on it. And I don't have much to compare it, but I'm pretty sure I can just give you an idea about how it works. Now, I gotta say, I didn't make any research about this figure before, so I hope this video will be quite okay. First of all, let's have a look at the packaging. You have a nice label with a logo and nice pictures. Also like the picture here on the back. That's awesome for my fan book. I'm just gonna keep the packaging as well. So you have all the labels. And here is a little picture about how the item is supposed to work. So I suppose it's actually a figure with light and sound. Just like it's actually mentioned on the box. I'm not quite sure if this item actually should have this kind of open box. Sonic is attached with 3 little, I'm gonna call them wires or threads along his body. Not quite sure because it's kind of easy to damage. As you can see, I paid quite something for it. But it's a running SFX Sonic figure. So actually his shoes light up. I suppose there are sound effects and he runs. Not quite sure he will actually be stable, but I can't wait to try it out. Apparently these ones are the others from the assortment. Not quite sure about it. This Sonic can run, even though I don't really get the plastic ring. Not quite sure what it's supposed to be, if it's supposed to be another figure. I don't really get this part of the box. You have an Eggman in his Eggmobile, and there are Knuckles. So but I still like the box. So actually everything the figure should do is mentioned on the box. Now I didn't actually succeed in making the figure work already. So what I did was actually removing this part. To see how it's actually supposed to work. I think it should take some batteries. But I'm gonna remove the plastic parts and cut over the strings, and like this I hope to get a better view on the figure. There you go. I just cut over the 3 little strings there, and Sonic comes out easily. He has a plastic envelope around his legs that I still have to remove. Now actually, as you might have heard, I'm not quite sure about what to expect about this figure. I didn't actually get it for what it does. I was more like very happy about the idea of finding this item. or an item from a TV series that I kind of like. So yeah, that is actually why I'm quite unsure about this guy. He has like 2 tapes around his, but I think I'm gonna remove them with my scissors maybe. Might be more easy. Hold on a second. Here you go. Here is the figure. Now I believe it should be about 8 inches tall, which is like around about twice as large as a regular action figure. It has really pretty colors, and actually what I notice when I'm holding this guy, and I kind of like it, is that he's kind of heavy. So yeah, well, there's much plastic into his head. He has a very large and heavy head. So actually his head, you will notice, is the largest part of this all. It is made out of, yeah, it's not quite interesting to say it like this, but it's like a figurine, yeah, like plastic. It is a very sturdy plastic, so if I actually tap his head on the ground, you might actually notice that it's kind of sturdy material. Of course, I would be careful if you actually hit this figure against a bunch of things, because of the paint might come off. So I would definitely suggest, yeah, taking good care of it. But of course, yeah, also the arms are made of the same plastic. He can move his arms, like he has like no articulations in the elbows, just in the shoulders. And also the legs are made out of this very sturdy plastic. So in fact, this whole figure is made out of a plastic that is normally not so hard to break. Just, of course, don't abuse his limbs. They're very skinny. So yeah, of course, if you rip them off, they will break. Of course they will. But if you treat this figure well, it should last for a while. It should be durable. Now, of course, if you get this figure for making him run on his own, yeah, I'm afraid that's not gonna work. And that's kind of obvious in the box. There's no way you can make this figure run while it stays stable. It will just, yeah, fall on its head or fall forward. It's just not exactly the kind of stuff that... Not quite sure you can actually make this stuff. Not quite sure if it's the kind of possible, but this figure doesn't run on its own. You have to press its squills. So I believe there must be some kind of... No, I'm not quite sure there are batteries in it. I had this actually on a part of this little paper here. Maybe there's something you can do. I don't really know where the other part is. Let me know in the comments below if you know if this guy takes batteries. Apparently you can open... No, these are just joints or bolts. Not quite sure. The inscription on his butt is quite funny. That's actually what I don't really like. That is actually the separation here between the legs. It's a bit too broad. But anyway, it is a figure, of course. It looks really well like the character. It is a very pretty figure. The colors are pretty accurate, and is of course based on the Sonic Boom character with the brown scarf, the brown kerchief around his neck, or the bandana. And he also has like the bandages, or the, yeah, what do you call these? The yeah, little bandages around his. I don't really know another word for them. Around his shoes and his arms. So actually the soles of the shoes are, yeah, rather, you can actually see through it, and they give some kind of blue light. So it shines a bit. It stops by its own. But if you press its squills, his feet go like, yeah, running and kicking. So you have this first effect. You actually should use your both hands for it. And if you press it twice, you have a running step noise. There you go. Of course, if you do this on your... with both hands, you might make the effect look even more real. And if you press this one, as far as I know, no matter which quill you actually press, they both go down anyway. And you have the same effects on both quills. So just the shiny shoes with the blue light. And the stepping noise. So I don't believe actually you should hold this figure and play with it like this. But I don't believe this figure will actually, do his space himself, just run away like, no, that's not gonna happen. It's not a remote control figure either, so it's just, a little gadget figure, I'm gonna call it. It's cute. It's nice for Sonic fans, but don't expect this figure to run on its own. I don't believe he can actually do that. So like it says on the packaging, just press its quills, and I believe you should actually hold him this way. What's quite funny is that the guy here on the picture doesn't really hold the figure. But if you wanna maybe try, I'll just put him on the ground and push its quills. Just gotta be a bit stable. There are the quills. They go on his snout. There's no way I can just make him go just like on the picture. So of course this figure is nice. I don't really know how long the lights actually go. But if this figure doesn't actually work or doesn't work anymore because of too much play, you still have a nice looking figure, that you can actually pose somewhere. It's a nice collectible. Of course people like to keep them in packaging or in the packaging, but yeah, I appreciate them being out of the packaging. So it depends on actually how you want to keep it or what you want to do with it. But of course if you want to play with it, you really have to put it out of packaging. I'm gonna try just posing him next to Vader here. It's just that I have to find him a nice way to stand. There you go, and this is how he stands. So maybe I would like actually him to look a bit up, but he's kind of stiff. It's not a very posable figure, and as you can see, one of his knees is slightly bent, so you don't have the entire stability, I'm gonna say, on one of his feet. There you go. It's a bit weird how he's standing. Hold on a second, I'll work on it. There you go. Now it looks pretty. Yeah, it just looks awesome like this. It looks kinda, daring. Now just as you can see, the shoes are not entirely well posed on the ground, so you always stabilize his figure. And just remind that because of his bent knee here, he might just, he might just bend over a bit. He still has this hip articulation there. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, I was actually not really supposed to touch him, but so yeah, because of that articulation, you can actually just pose the legs a bit better. And he has cute ears as well. I like it. So yeah, it is a nice figure. I like its weight. I think I just keep it with the plush. Why keep it elsewhere? Yes, it's amazing. Actually, I paid quite something for it, but I'm happy with it. For now, this is one of the only Sonic Boom items that I actually have. And it can actually help me drawing. I'm actually looking for the large deluxe plush of him with a chili dog, but right now he's just very hard to get. He's very expensive and hard to find. That makes it really hard for me to reach him, so of course this item really pleases me. In the 10-inch figures or plushie figures I could find. This guy here, the Metal Sonic, which I really love because it's like the only one that I could find. And I think this is just Eggman's, yeah, my favorite robot that Eggman ever made. So yeah, he's adorable. And he also is from the Sonic Boom assortment. Yeah, I think that's about it for this figure. I had like no idea what to expect. I hope I didn't forget anything. Yeah, so of course this figure looks kind of very, yeah, full of action. Well, in fact, you just have to press its quills. It's just a sturdy figure with some light and action. So don't expect it to walk on its own. Just in case you had that in mind. Now I really hope you enjoyed the video, guys. And I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye. Okay, maybe just one last notification. Actually, I've been cutting the box apart and I came across this paper. Actually, I didn't even think about that there might be such an explanation about it, actually, which is, yeah, it's kind of stupid. I forgot about it, but anyway. Well, here you have some other pictures, and here it actually says that you have to press the quill slowly if you want just SFX action. Am I right? Is it SFX? Yes. So you have the lights. And once you press them quickly, it makes some run action. So if I actually try it on my figure with one hand, I just hold on his arm here. There you go. And not quite sure how long you have to wait. See, when you actually press them quickly, you have some running sounds. And actually there is a way to replace batteries. They're not like the large batteries that we mostly know. You have to use a screwdriver and remove a little part of his head, which is kind of freaky actually. Now, I'm sorry, my camera fails again. And you have to introduce those little discs in there. So it resembles the batteries of a watch. Sorry, I was looking for the word. It resembles the batteries of a watch. So in fact, yes, there is the possibility to, if this figure actually stops working, to replace the batteries. I believe that's just all about, except from the warnings, what's on this little paper. Here we probably have explanations about where you can find even more Sonic Boom stuff. It actually depends on which website you look. Some countries don't bring in all the items, so this item belongs to Tommy. There you go. So yeah, just to give you an idea where you might find it. Apparently they have a license for Sonic stuff right now, because I know they have more items of him, but it's just that they don't bring him in everywhere. So yeah. Yeah, that's about it.